This is Moreno Valley updates for October 13th through October 19th. This is Steve.
This is Danny.
And this is Tyler.
For our driver of the week, we're going to go with Antonio Cortez Gill. He's here in Moreno Valley, and he does the relay out to court site. I don't remember who he meets with. Is it Tony or Rodell?
Burgoyce, I think it's
No.
Yeah, I think he meets up with
Tony.
Tony.
Yeah. All right. We had quite a few new hires out in Buckeye. We had Michael Jones Smith start this week. Here in Moreno Valley, we had Kevin Beverly. Kevin was actually he had previously applied here, but then we were full, so he went to LS. So then a spot opened here, thanks to a little trailer disconnecting. And Tristan Hauter, he is going to start on Monday, actually. Then Ignacio Morales up in Las Vegas. So we just have one more person processing on Buckeye, and then we're going to be fully staffed. So
Right on.
Nobody crash into anything, and don't quit. Give me a break from traveling.
Yeah. Summer's over. They'll be all right out there now.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah. Definitely cooled off at night, but it was still like 105 when I was there. For our birthdays this week, we have Sheldon Baker. He's up in Las Vegas. His birthday is October 19th. Anniversaries, Tony Bourgeot in Eloy, October 19th, and he will be at 3 years. See, let's go to the weather. Los Angeles, definitely cooling off, like low 70s, partly cloudy all week, so it's going to be nice for you.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
But Tyler, where are you going to go this week? Are you going to go? You're going to go to Phoenix?
Buckeye. Yeah, Buckeye. Hopefully it's a cool week.
I guess we'll find out here in a minute. Las Vegas, a little bit cooler. Well, look at that. Low 90s. Friday, Saturday, looking high in the mid 70s. So, yeah, kind of nice in Las Vegas. I don't know if Tyler, you may want to change your mind. Let's see what Phoenix looks like. Phoenix, mid 90s, dropping off Friday and Saturday into the mid 80s. So, yeah, warm.
It's not doable. If it's under 100 out there, it's not too bad.
Yeah. I don't know. 90s is still pretty warm. It was nice here this morning. When I got up, it was like 58 or something like that.
Chilly, yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. Salt Lake, they are 80s. Oh, my goodness, look at this. You're going to have a high of 52 on Friday. Wow.
Oh, man, they're already at 30, in the low 30s, mid 30s?
They're going to go from Monday, a high of 81, to Friday, a high of 52.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Utah winter starts quick.
Yeah, no kidding. Let's look at our injuries. We had no injuries this week, right? Yeah.
Yeah, no injuries.
For our accidents, a little tree branch thing. Tyler, if you want to talk about that.
Yeah, that one was a pretty minor one. It was just a driver backing up. He was backing up at one of the stores and had clipped the tree branch. Big one there, I'd reminded him, is I know a lot of stores have you guys, you got to kind of jackknife into the door, but especially the guys for the reefers, you got to keep an eye on that reefer and you make sure you're not jackknifing it so much that you're jamming it into the trees, especially if you have a reefer, because those things poke straight into the reefers and damage them. Big thing I try to push to him is I know the stores put a lot of pressure on drivers that you need to get closer. But understand you guys are the drivers. At the end of the day, it's up to you. You can only park the truck as safe as you can park it. So, at the end of the day, if you have to tell the store no, you have to tell the store no. But they can't tell you to, continue backing up the trailer until you ram it into a tree, because then you're the one that's going to absorb that accident right there. So at the end of the day, you just got to park it in a way that's as close as you can, but still in a safe way.
Yeah, when you're parking at these stores, we're talking about this the other way with Mark Mankey, saying that you should be far enough away from the door that you can comfortably, walk in between the door and the trailer.
Right.
So getting right up on the yellow pole is just really not necessary. How much you did? I went out with you a couple times. Yeah, I mean, you leave enough room. You can walk around and work back there.
About 2 to 4 feet away from the poles.
Yeah. So looking in that,
Danny's trailers never come back with branches hanging out of them,
unless he stops and pulls them out somewhere.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's true.
All right, what do you got for Smart Drive?
For Smart Drive for this week, our two big ones were speeding. So speeding and incomplete stop. So for speeding, our big ones were coming out off the relays and the teams. So I know I've said it several times, but it's still our key area for speeding is especially in California because we do have the lower speed limit. The guys coming off the hills, anytime you come off the hill, you got to watch your downhill speed, whether it's, Cajon or coming out of Baker, no matter where you're at. Like, there's lots of mountains around here, but you got to watch the downhill speed. Especially for when you're within California, because outside of California, you can kick up to that full 64. Within California, when you're getting up to that 64, it's hitting you with a big speeding event because it's, almost 10 over the speed limit. If you exceed 64, then it hits you with a separate event, just so you guys are aware. It'll get you with exceeding the company's speed limit because the company sets their speed limit at 64. So that comes with, one of the highest speeding amount, or as far as points go in Smart Drive, that's one of the heaviest events you can get is exceeding their set speed. So anytime you exceed 64, it's going to come with a lot of points in Smart Drive. And as far as incomplete stops go, same as I normally go over, big ones can't roll the stop. No California stops. Got to come to a full zero, count a second, and then roll. Give it a second for your speedometer, get all the way back down to zero, then roll. Yeah, that's about them. Incomplete stops. That one's pretty straightforward. So that's about all I had for the bad parts of Smart Drive. As for the good parts, I had to give Mersad out of Buckeye. He's one of the relays out of Buckeye a shout out. He had quite a dodge yesterday. His was a wild video. You might want to check it out, Steven, just because it was an entertaining one. I'm not sure what happened. He was just cruising down the road on the 10, and out of nowhere, this Toyota RAV4 loses control in front of him, swerving all over the road, ends up on the shoulder, ends up back in front of him, and finally it didn't roll over. They gained control and took back off, but Mersad managed to avoid hitting him. So great job staying focused, especially out there. When you get out there in the desert and it's just the country mile, people tend to zone out a little bit.
Well, I will definitely try to find that. Let's see here. Let's go to announcements. Something to bring up. If a store doesn't want to take a product, if things are damaged, whatever, they have to take the product. And if they don't want to, they have to get approval from Western Sale. Now, the store should have that number. It's been a couple times, but it's basically been pallets of water where the store has said, we're too full, we got nowhere to put this pallet of water. But just keep in mind, they need to call Western Sale and get approval for that to go back to the warehouse. So, Dan, have you ever had stores refuse product?
Several times. I explained to them that if the product has a label, they have to take it. Unless it's approved. Now it's Western Sale. Before it's MPV. Even MPV next door, Laura can approve, disapprove. Because to understanding what Laura had mentioned a while back was if a store refuses the water and the driver brings it back, they're still going to bill the store. They're not, they're still getting billed for that water. It needs to be approved. If it's on a weekend and nobody's, like right now, there's nobody here next door, I believe Western Sale, I believe that's a 24-hour operation out there in Texas because they're out of Texas. If they're not, they can also contact their district manager, and he can make that call too.
The store's district manager?
Yeah, mm-hmm. Okay. Correct.
Yeah, don't call me. I can't approve.
No, that's nothing. Yeah, that's nothing we can do. It's like they have to take it.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to be on vacation this week. So Tyler is eagerly awaiting your calls for all of your. If you want to call him and talk about some argument you had with your girlfriend, feel free to do that.
Oh yeah.
You get some good advice from Tyler?
So
Standing by 24 hours, Tyler.
Let's just hope everything goes smooth.
Right.
Tyler will also be doing the hotels this week. So if you're one of the people that relies on hotels, I don't mess that up too much. Every now and then I forget. Every now and then I'll forget somebody, but usually in the morning I check to make sure everybody left on time. So all right, that's all I have for this week.
That's all I have.
Got anything,
That's it for
Tyler?
me.
Have a good week.
Nope, that's it for me.
Yep.